All right, everybody. Today we have this here GE washing machine, and it has a balance issue. It works fine, but it just says balance right here. So it's like the rods are just almost going bad. Like they're just very, very close. Other than that, it works pretty well. So it's pretty clean. So I'm probably gonna take the top cap off and clean it like I did on that last one. But I'm also just I've got these rods that I stole out of another machine that I'm gonna try. Now they're used rods and I don't know if they're good either. So, but that's the plan for today. So let's get this top cap off here. 1/4 inch. And today we're listening to ERRA. ERRA. It's like sort of like a heavy metal or metalcore band if you're into that sort of thing. But okay, this thing slides to the left, but then it doesn't come out. It's got these like little guys you slide over and out. Sorry, my vocals are down. It's 5 o'clock in the morning and everybody's sleeping upstairs, so I'm trying not to fully wake them up. Okay, it looks like in here we got quarters, so we got to get this top cap off. Just smack it there and there. Usually that's how these come off. Tomato, wine, blood, grass, dirt. They really wanted to PCB this thing up, didn't they? Hitting the hammer with these. Something like that, I guess. Front has these clips, which I guess you could probably hit with a putty knife or something, but I didn't. But let's put them back in here. We'll rock up out of the way. Now your console might fall off when you do that. Let's see if we have the same kind of rods here. I mean, these ones are red, but they're definitely less, they're easier to push than that last set. We'll get one off and see if they're the same or not. And then this top cap, looks like it just pulls off. No screws. There, but yeah, we could spray that out a bit, but you just kind of pull on these and it comes off. Looks like we got some junk down in there we could clean. There's just this little wire tie guy here. I'm not gonna be able to get my wrench down in there for that, but so what we can do is we have a 1/4 ratcheting wrench that I could stick on it, but sometimes this doesn't work because like the wrench won't go on it. And so sometimes what I do is this. You stick this over your bit. See that? Now I got a socket. It's kind of like a little ratchet. And then it's kind of like an extension. Now obviously you could just go get your, going the wrong way. You could go get your like 1/4 inch set or whatever, but mine's always in the car, so. I need to get more tools for my mobile setup and okay, now we got that out. We got these flakes. This is that stuff that you always get in these, so sometimes it's pretty bad. I had an LG one that was so bad I had to clean it. I think I probably did 50 plus loads in it before it stopped flaking off. That, by the way, that citric acid releases that stuff from the tub. That's what that does. In the last video I used the citric acid. So let's get this, let's get one of these out here and see. Looks like they're gonna come out easier than the last one did. Let's get this red grease all over myself here. This one's orange. Well, they're not the same. So much for that plan. So much for that plan. Well, anyways, if you have this issue, then what you need to do is you can buy these, and you basically just take it off like I just did, and then you would take your new one and put it down in here, and down in there you hook it in. Hopefully. So take it down, you put it in through that hole, through there and up, and then go back in. We just need to put it back into here. So if you see this thing, you turn it one way, it hooks on. So I go through the hole, and then I turn it, and then it hooks onto there. So I'm gonna try to look those up, but I think I looked them up for this machine and they were like $100, which is too much. I can't make any money on this. This machine is definitely like right there on the edge. You know what I mean, of rebound. So I think I need rods. So the problem I see with those things being too short is that this thing would it would like lift this up more, you know, too much probably, and it might run into stuff. I don't know, I guess we could try it. You guys want to get Frankenstein-y? Let's see what happens here. We're Frankensteining it. So I got nothing else to do. So don't do this. It doesn't work. I swapped out all 4 of those rods, but they are too short, and the drum does hit the top of the washer, so it doesn't work at all. What I've decided to do is I went ahead and researched and tried to look up those springs so I could just replace just the actual spring part. And then I found out something called dampening grease. Apparently, sometimes they just put dampening grease on at the factory, then it rubs off, and then the springs don't work as well anymore. I'm going to try that on this machine, and we'll see how it goes. But I'll put out a video whenever I get that on, probably sometime this week, and testing it and all that stuff. So go ahead and subscribe, and I'll let you know how that goes for this machine. All right, got my Dawn water. Just spray down this stuff. So I think the issue is that when it self-cleans or when it cleans or whatever, the water doesn't get this high in the drum. All right, I washed this off. I just rinsed it off pretty much in the sink over there. So, figure out the way it goes back on. I guess we have to have our hole. So we have the hole where that one bracket goes through, the wire tie goes over there. So. A lot better, but now is it too tall in the thing? That's the question now. By the way, this would work on like a 5/16 too. Be the same thing. Sometimes for those dryers that have that front kick panel, that front panel you can take off, to get those fuses out, sometimes this is the way to go, because you can stick this on and then that sticks up to where you can grab it like that. And the console fell off, but that's okay. Okay, I got it to clip on the front. And go back to the power tools because you guys are making me do manual labor again. Find the hole. So too much. So you see how this is like, it's too high now. So it's running into this. So this definitely isn't gonna work. because it's too high. When it washes, it'll be all right because it'll go down. The water will be enough weight to push it down. But when it spins, it's gonna rub like this. I'm not gonna put that back on. This will be a continuation video. I'll see what I can do about getting springs for those, and I'll be back. But that's how you would change your rods out. So stay tuned for the next one. But thanks for watching. Let me know what you think about this. Comment below.